Without Stephen Curry, the Golden State Warriors are not chasing greatness. They are chasing oxygen. When Jimmy Butler went down for the season, the Warriors were in 8th place in the Western Conference, 2.5 games out of 6th and 5 games clear of 11th. When Curry's lingering knee injury sidelined him for what has now stretched into a month, they were still 8th, 3 games out of 6th, 7.5 clear of 11th. As March begins, heading into a pivotal matchup with the Los Angeles Clippers, they remain exactly where they've been all along. 8th in the West, 5 games behind the 6th place Los Angeles Lakers, and 7.5 ahead of the 11th place Memphis Grizzlies. Stuck in the middle, not collapsing, not rising, just suspended in competitive purgatory. Projection models have essentially sealed their fate. Most public metrics give Golden State somewhere between a 1% and 14% chance of climbing into the top 6. Their odds of falling out of the top 10 are virtually non-existent. The Warriors are overwhelmingly likely to land in the play-in tournament for the 3rd straight season, probably as the 7th or 8th seed. In other words, this is a team playing for positioning inside the margins. They do hold the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Phoenix Suns, having won 3 of 4 matchups. But Phoenix remains 3 games ahead in the standings, occupying the coveted number 7 spot, the most advantageous position in the play-in structure. It allows you 2 chances to win 1 game and guarantees home court in those elimination scenarios. That difference matters, especially for a team clinging to relevance. Golden State sits 2.5 games ahead of the Clippers and 3 ahead of the Portland Trail Blazers, though Portland owns the season tiebreaker. Monday's matchup with the Clippers carries quiet weight. Win, and you gain leverage in both the standings and the season series. Lose, and you invite pressure into a locker room already operating without its 2 most dynamic offensive engines. The broader issue isn't simply seeding, it's identity. When you strip away both Curry and Butler, you strip away gravitational force. Those 2 aren't just scorers, they are ecosystem shapers. Curry bends defenses beyond reason. Butler manipulates tempo and creates half-court stability. Without them, Golden State is left trying to manufacture offense through collective effort and schematic precision rather than singular brilliance. The results have reflected that reality. Since Butler tore his ACL, the Warriors are 6-10. Since Curry's knee flared up, they're 4-6. The offense has sputtered into predictability. Nearly 52% of their shots over the past month have come from 3-point range, the highest share in the league during that stretch. That's not creative freedom. That's necessity disguised as philosophy. There have been admirable individual surges. Moses Moody has embraced increased responsibility, averaging nearly 16 points per game on hyper-efficient shooting splits since early February. He's launching over 8 threes per night and converting at over 40%. Forward Santos has capitalized on expanded minutes, averaging over 15 points, nearly 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and strong defensive activity. His production earned him a 3-year, $15 million extension, a testament to development within chaos. There have been flashes reminiscent of the old strength in numbers era. Road wins sparked by unexpected contributors, fourth-quarter surges from Brandon Podziemski, balanced scoring nights where 9 players reached double digits. But those moments feel isolated, temporary, like oxygen masks on a plane losing altitude. Statistically, the picture is sobering. For the season when neither Curry nor Butler is on the floor, Golden State has been outscored by 3.6 points per 100 possessions. Since February began, they rank 21st in offensive efficiency and 19th defensively, with a net rating hovering around -5. Only clear tanking teams and injury-ravaged rosters have been worse over that span. That is not the profile of a contender. It's not even the profile of a dangerous dark horse. The hopeful scenario hinges on health and perhaps a little denial. A healthy Curry changes geometry. Even at 36, even with mileage and recurring knee discomfort, he remains one of the most incandescent offensive forces in basketball. His mere presence reintroduces spacing discipline. Role players become threats again instead of desperation shooters. Pick-and-roll coverage shifts from conservative to panicked. Add to that the theoretical version of Kristaps Porziņģis, acquired at the trade deadline in the deal that sent Jonathan Kuminga to Atlanta, and you can at least sketch a blueprint. a pick-and-pop big with deep range, a 7'3" release valve, a secondary scorer capable of punishing smaller defenders, but that version remains theoretical. Porziņģis has appeared in just one of the Warriors' 9 games since the trade, battling an illness that has lingered for over a year. Banking on his health at this point feels more like optimism than probability. And while Curry remains elite, the numbers reveal an uncomfortable truth. In 629 minutes this season, where Curry has played without Butler, Golden State has still been outscored by 18 total points. Even with Steph, this roster is thin at the top. The Western Conference does not forgive thinness. The Lakers are surging. Phoenix, even banged up, still has high-end shot creation. Younger teams are faster, longer, deeper. Without Butler's two-way steadiness and without reliable availability from Porziņģis, Golden State lacks the layered star power typically required to win 4 playoff rounds. So what then is the goal? It's no longer championship or bust. It's survival. With Curry, the Warriors can sell belief. They can convince themselves that elimination games, one hot shooting night, one defensive masterclass, create variance. They can believe that Steph in a one-game scenario is worth any statistical disadvantage. They can chase meaningful basketball, the kind that sharpens focus and resurrects urgency. Without him, they are simply trying to stay alive long enough for that belief to become actionable. The play-in tournament is unforgiving. One bad quarter can erase 6 months of work. But it also offers volatility, and volatility is the ally of teams that lack structural dominance. Golden State does not need to be better than the conference's elite for 82 games. They need to be better for 48 minutes. Twice. That's the fragile math they are operating under. This isn't the dynasty era. It's not 2015, 2017, or 2022. The aura is thinner. The margin for error is microscopic. But Steph's existence still distorts probability in small samples. That's the thread they're holding on to. First, though, they must keep treading water. They must protect the 8th seed. They must avoid sliding into 9th or 10th, where the path becomes steeper. They must win games like Monday's clash with the Clippers, games that don't feel glamorous but quietly determine positioning. It's a humbler objective than a 4-time champion typically sets. There's no talk of parade routes or dynasty extensions. There's only maintenance, preservation, staying within striking distance of relevance. Without Stephen Curry, the Warriors are not a threat. They are a team suspended between eras, clinging to structure and hoping the calendar doesn't outpace their recovery timeline. With him, they at least have a pulse. For now, that's enough. Without Stephen Curry, the Golden State Warriors are not chasing greatness. They are chasing oxygen. When Jimmy